Nollywood. Welcome to the Nollywood Live podcast with Kevin T. Solomon. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Nollywood Live podcast with Kevin T. Solomon. I am your host, Kevin T. Solomon. Now, last week's episode was like the most awkward podcast I have ever heard in my life, and I'm pretty sure everyone who has heard the first episode last week would have been like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I mean, like, what am I hearing? But it's all good. It's the first time, and as time goes on and as the podcast progresses, it's gonna have more, better experience, a better experience. And we're just gonna go into it. The Nollywood Live podcast, where we delve into the lives and struggles of filmmakers and indie content creators in Nigeria, particularly the ones that have not yet blown, because that is our main what's the word? The main people we're focusing on, because now they suffer pass. So we're going into today's episode, filmmaking, full-time or part-time. So this is good stuff. This is a very interesting topic, and I really wanted to talk about this before any other thing, because it is another aspect of the struggle that is it hits home to everybody. Full-time or part-time? I mean, full-time, it's going deep into it, nothing else runs your life, you just focus on whatever aspect of filmmaking it is that you've chosen for yourself and deal with it. You pay for everything, you do everything by yourself, and you just struggle. Part-time, it's pretty much what it sounds like, part-time, chasing your passion but still doing something else on the side to at least make sure that Sabbath did not choke you, because you still gotta eat. I mean, it's good to chase your passion, but passion doesn't really put food on anybody's table, and that is what everybody always says, but it be one of those things, Jerry. Some people go full-time, it's like, maybe just do it, you only live once. While some do part-time, and some people just you never know which one works. Why do people even go full-time into their craft anyway? I mean, first of all, I think I'm going to talk about why people go part-time first, because that is the one that most of us do. Part-time is where you still need to eat, so I mean, you can't just say, I want to make films, I want to make stuff, especially when you haven't made it yet. And so you gotta get another job, or go to school, or one of those things. And then African parents have this line. It's their favorite line, especially whenever they have a child who wants to go into entertainment and filmmaking and stuff. They're like, go to school, get a degree, just have that piece of paper, just study something, so at least you have something to fall back on. You can go to school and then do what you want to do later. They'll be like, a lot of filmmakers did something else before they started making films. I mean, like Funke Akindele, I think she studied law. Was it law? I'm not really sure. Fowles, I mean, I know Fowles is a lawyer. I mean, he graduated as a lawyer, and now he's a comedian. These are the people that African parents are really quick to throw out at your face, see, just do something, go to school first, get a degree. And then why do people now go full-time? And we were talking about how you have more time for yourself, more time for your craft, you like to do your own thing and focus more on what you've chosen to do for yourself. And a lot of the times, some people have this notion that even if you get a degree, there's really nothing to fall back on, because African parents generally, but African parents, I like to say African parents because now them they press on this thing the most. African parents are very used to saying, get a degree and at least have something to fall back on, and then meanwhile there's really nothing to fall back on, because a lot of the times whenever we do get a degree or we go to school or do anything, what we study is not even what we eventually used to do, what we are doing in life, especially as a filmmaker. I don't think there is any school on this earth that would teach you what you really need to know about how to make films and being a filmmaker. It's really something you just have to experience for yourself. But at the end of the day, you still need to eat. So I think the part-time thing should be about like getting a job, or like at least having something on the side that is feeding your passion, and not essentially taking more time away from what you really want to do. Because a lot of times when people say, oh yeah, I don't want to do stuff part-time, and then they end up doing something that completely distracts them from their own vision, and they stop chasing that dream and they just continue doing whatever it is they're doing. At the end of the day, they come to the conclusion that they no longer want to do something like that again. They just want to like continue what it is that is feeding them, because at least they get to eat. And yeah, Gary Vee likes to always say that your degree is not as safe as you think. I personally just believe that we should just, do what we think is going to make us happy. And what it is that that at the end of the day, you're not going to regret it, because that's the important thing. But filmmaking, part-time, full-time, which one should you choose? I think that part-time, it really depends on what you're doing on the side though. Because filmmaking in itself, as much as it doesn't really pay at the beginning, it is still not something you want to like mix up with other things, because it can be very, 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 very bad for you as a filmmaker, because you'll just not grow. I mean, there's no growth in it. You won't really be interested in the work anymore. I mean, you're just going to like keep doing the whole 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you're doing on the side that at least is feeding you, and then you just get carried away by it, and you no longer want to make films, or you no longer want to make films as the main thing. I mean, what's the word? But what's the solution? What do we do about this situation? Should you go full time or should you go part time? I mean, I will say weigh your choices carefully and just pick the one that you can live with, because you're never going to know the alternative. You're never going to know what the alternative would be or could be. I mean, you know what it could be, you don't know if it would be. You're never going to know, so like just pick one. They say pick your poison, just pick one and go, because at the end of the day, you go still do alright last. But I think that is all I have to say on this for now. I mean, if you have any other points you might want to add to it, I mean, I think I'm gonna just like leave a link. I mean, if you're watching this, and I'm going to make this available on YouTube sooner or later. If you're watching this, you can like leave this in the comment. I don't know if there's comment section in like the podcasts, anywhere you get a podcast, but like there should be a way for you guys to like tender your thoughts, and like just let me know what you think about things like this, about this topic and other topics. And you should also be able to like let me know what you'd want me to talk about later on. But until we figure that out, my social media handle is Kevin T Solomon. No space, no extra characters, just Kevin T Solomon, one word. Across all platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, if you want to see my ugly face, and even Facebook. Is it Meta? Which one? Literally any social media you can think of at Kevin T Solomon. So like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it here, and I will see you guys in next week's episode. And yeah, have a good one.